Yes, I'm Dr. Gabi, and in this lecture, I show how to use Jabref in referencing, how to use Jabref for referencing in any Latex document, especially for thesis. So the first thing we need is to download the software. You open your browser, then go enter Jabref. That is it, Jabref. So this is the software. It's a referencing manager for any Latex document. So you go in there, scroll through. You can go to the downloads, that could be quicker. Then you download Jabref. If you are using Linux, you can go here, get Linux or Mac OS. So I click on it and I download that. So this is the first. Upon clicking on it, is it? Yes. These are the current one. So I have the current one here. I click on this one as well, and you can see it downloading here. If you don't have Java on your machine, you will need Java as well. So you type in JavaScript and you are good to go. So Java, this is also here. You click on it. It's taking some time. So because of the internet. Okay, so that is Java as well. You click on it and you have your desktop download. For Java. So let's come here. Yeah, my machine is 64-bit, so I'm having the 64-bit version for Java as well. Then when we have gotten that, so this is the Java also downloading. Then after installing, you see Jabref like this. You double click and you follow the procedure to install. It's same for the Java. And when you are through with it, you have it on your desktop, or you can just click on your start menu to bring it up. So you click on the Windows button, then you type Jabref. It will show. So this is a symbol for Jabref, and you can as well click on that to bring it up. Yes, an excellent interface. So this is a Jabref software which we'll be using along with any editor, Latex editor for referencing. And these are the things in here. You can click on this plus to add a new document. So this is a new file that we want to create. Then when we have open here, it depends on what you want to add. You see this plus up here, we can click on it and decide which one we want to add. When we click on this, we decide whether we want to add an article, a book, a proceedings, or whatever we want to add. It's same for this as well. And here it is adding an article straight, but you can change it. If you add and you think it's wrong, you can change it to whatever you want, whether it's a book or what, you can change it here. But you can click on this first one to directly add an article, or click on this and decide what you want to add. When you have it in PDF, when you click on this, you enter the details. So this is a PDF document. I want to reference. So this is a PDF, and you will need these details from the Java. The first one being the author, the title of the book, the journal, the year, and the key. The key is what we use in the Latex software. So this PDF, I go in here and I look for the authors. These are the authors. I will copy them directly. Let me change it to select. So no, this is not a good PDF. Let me get a new one. So this one will work, and we need the authors. So we see 3 authors. I will copy them directly. I can copy them one by one, but I'm copying all together. Then I will paste under authors. But I have to separate each of the authors with end. So Gabriel Obed Fosu end, Francis Odro, and the Calgaris. Then I go back, pick the title of the paper, modeling analysis. Then I place that there as well. I'm good to go. Then the journal, I can guess that is SN partial differential equations and applications. I could decide to type that in full or leave it as it is. So SN partial differential equations and applications. Then the year, I check the year to confirm which year, and the year is 2021. So I just put there 2021. Then the site key is something I will need when I get to the Latex. But in simple terms, I can click on this key here and generate one automatic for me. So when I click that, it takes the surname of the first author and the year as the site key, the surname and the year. After finishing and completing the details here, I move to the optional fields to check whether I will need the volume, the page numbers, and fill them up. So here I have that's volume 2 number 7. I fill that as well. 2-7. Then the pages as well. Let me check the page numbers. That's from page page 1 to 17. I have page 1 to 17. Let me confirm. Yes. Yeah, 17 of 7. So page 1 to page 17. So this is it, and I'll just click on save. I can come here and save. I will save my library. So save library. Take note, this is untitled. This is untitled. So I will save this document. So file, save. I'll create a new folder on my desktop and save that into it. So a new folder, and I will label that today. I open that and save the file in it. I'll name it something like my ref. I'll label that as my ref. So this is that, and I will save the document. So instantly you see this is no more untitled, it's myref.babe. Myref.babe. And that's my first reference, and it's here. When I click and there's a mistake, I can still go in and correct that. This is the manual approach of getting a reference in here. Alternatively, this I'm not using this, so I can delete that. I don't need it. Where's the delete button? Okay, delete entry. You can as well click on Ctrl S to save. Ctrl S to save. But I want to get a new reference without going through all this hassle. So what I would do is go to still my browser, and I will get a paper from Google Scholar. Google Scholar, I want to get a paper from there. and I want to reference a paper like this. Let me change this to, I want to reference a paper like this, any of the papers here, and in each case you will see cite. You see cite here, you see cite here. So if I want to cite this or cite that, any of the papers in here I want to cite. This was a paper I've already entered in there. If I want to cite this paper or any of the papers, you can see here, these are all SN papers. You could see that. So I want to cite this particular paper, then I'll click on cite. You see it's in various form, MLA, APA, that I don't need that. I click on big text here and it shows it in big text form, the document that I need. I will just select all, Control A, select all, Control C to copy, then come to my Jabref and I will do Control V to paste, and that is all. So you check the details and it's been filled. The names of the authors, the title, the journal, the year, and the key is there. Unfortunately, we didn't have this here, but you go through to check whether the entries are correct. So that is simple. You go to Google Scholar, click on Cite, copy, and you just paste it here, and you are good to go. So let me add another reference, then we can see how it's done. Let me add another one. So I can have this here, MATLAB. So I click on this, then I go to big text again, then Control A, Control C, then I come back to mine, then Control V, and that one is good to go as well. The authors are filled up, the key is in this case some optional fields have been filled as well. So I click on Control Save and this Jabref is saved. So I can enter all my references here, fill it up before I go to my Latex document. So I'll open, I'm using Textidio, I open Textidio, and there's a simple document as well that I have here. Let me get this out. So an easy way to get a document is go to Wizard, Quick Start, and I have reports, everything here, 12 points. Click on OK, and this is a new document for say project work. I have my chapters, say chapter 1, introduction. This is my chapter 1. I have methodology. I have chapter conclusion and recommendation, and I will need my reference here. But before I put in the reference, let me save this document, run and see whether it's working first. So this again untitled, and I have to note, I have to save this document in the same file, in the same folder I save the Jabref file. I have to save it in the same folder. So still again, I go to file and I have save as. I go to desktop and it's today. Remember the folder was today, and you see this is my ref. I will label this as say thesis and save that. So it's saved to thesis. I run for the first time to check whether it's working, and it's working. You can see that. So chapter 1 introduction, chapter 2 methodology, chapter 3 conclusion and recommendation. So I have this and I now want to add my references. What I have to do here is I need two things. Do command here where I need a reference just after chapter 3 maybe, or this could be our chapter 5. I'll need two things: the type of reference style I want to use and the document I have created. So I have my /bibliography style, the style we want to, so /bibliography style, and I want to use the APA type. So the APA type is APA like. APA-like. So this is a referencing style. Then I'll now call on my Jabref file I've created, and that is still bibliography. So /bibliography, and you could see bib file, that is the Jabref file, the bib file. The name of that file was myref. So you have that, these two, and I can run again to really confirm whether these commands are correct. And doing that, you can now see that you have my bibliography here. Then we want to cite. I want to cite one in chapter 1, and I want to use it for a citation at the end of a sentence, and that one, all the citations should be in brackets. So I'll have / maybe cite. These are the 3 references I have in the automatically they pop up for you to select which one we want to use. So I'll use this first one for chapter 1, Apati 2015 for chapter 1, but it's end of the sentence, so I will cite P in parentheses. I will need the package NatPape for that NatPape. So I need the package NatPape. I've added the package and cite P. When I run this, Apati 2015, when I run this, yes, automatically you see the citation in parentheses here, and when I go to the reference section, it's been arranged here for me. Apati, Gogovi, and Fosu 2015, everything arranged nicely. The next thing I do is to cite the other one, say in methodology, but at the beginning of the sentence, and that one will not require that the reference should be in brackets. So I will use /cite, and I'm using 2020. So I have Fosu explained. Yeah, it's okay for us. So this one is without a P. This one is without a P. So I will have to run again, and you see that as well nicely. So you see that this is without the P. So only the year is for beginning of the sentence, and in test we have the cite, but at the end of the sentence we have the cite P. And when I come to the reference section, I have that as well. Remember, since it's APA, it's arranging in alphabetical order for me. It's automatically doing that. I could as well add 2 references here, and I can just command, and automatically it pops up for me to add the 3rd reference. Say that, and I am good to go. So 2 references on the same line is also possible with Jabref. Let me see that, so you could see. So Fosu has 2 for 2020, 2021, and I come in here and it's there, arranged nicely. And when I have Fosu and cite, I'll use cite P here rather for Fosu and Apati. Also wanting to check that as well. You know, so this becomes Fosu 2022 and Apati, and because we have exhausted that, it doesn't change that, but it be cited in the work as well. Yeah, then finally, oftentimes we will want this to be referenced either than bibliography, so I have to change that to reference for you as well. I come up here just before the begin document where I have my packages. Then I will have to rename that, like rename command for the bib name, and I'll change that to reference, or anyone, you can change this to anything, but we want to change that to references. So with this, Look at this. This is bibliography. But finally, when I run that, it changes to references. So this is a short video to explain how to use Jabref for citations. Take note that this is APA and we have several styles. You can change it to any form that you want, but this is APA formatting style that has been explained here. So we will end it here and pick up on another